The vibe is a little low. I guess I shouldn't say my vibe is a little low. I've just got this like low humming sense of energy today. So you have to bear with me. I am coming towards the finish line of another 72-hour water fast. And yes, I'm drinking a bubbler, and I'm sure it's got fucking stevia in it, but I gotta have a little taste of sweetness. I'm getting like a headache today from the withdrawals from like sugar, because your boy's a crack addict when it comes to sugar. Yeah, I'm sure there's stevia and some other shit. Yeah, because when you're going through a fast like this, there's a lot of things that happen at like 12 hours, 18 hours, 24 hours, 36 hours, and then going into that 72-hour window. There's a lot of cleaning up of the gut. Your body starts burning its own fat. You get put into these like really strong, intense modes. And I did one of these, if you remember, if you watched from the last time I did this, I'm going through the same ending point as I did the last time, where I can like feel like maybe my body temperature rising a little bit, and fucking obviously thirsty all the time, which is crazy because I am pounding water. I do a electrolyte drink. I have that a couple of times a day, and no, it's good. It's good. Everything that I'm going through is really good. I think I'm down close to 14 pounds over the last 60, I don't know how many, what time is it? As I'm recording this, it's 11:30, so I have until 6 o'clock tonight. So I've got, 5.5 hours to go before I finish with the 72-hour fast. And dry mouth like motherfucker, honestly. If you made it this far, congratulations. I know this is really exciting, but I'll kind of go through the stages. Also, the other thing that I remember from the first time I did this, I'm trying to do these twice a year, and I'll probably do, maybe like once every 3 weeks, a 24-hour fast. It really does just do amazing things to your body. And my clarity is on point. It starts to, when you start getting into that 72, 3-day, if you push it to 4 or 5 days, there's even more shit that goes on that really helps heal your body. Like right now I have, my body's creating stem cells, and those are like just eating away at I shouldn't say eating away, that doesn't make any sense. There goes the clarity. So towards the end, you start kind of losing a little bit of that clarity, but that's okay, because in 5.5 hours your boy's gonna eat. And so anyways, it's producing stem cells right now, and it's helping building some really good mojo in the body. A little extra stem cell never hurt nobody, right? And I'm told, I've read, seen on the internet, and there's nothing wrong with the information that the internet provides you. It's all true. That it's better than getting like stem cell injections. Like your body's finding ways to heal itself. I've put my body through a lot since basically January, when I really started to, train in preparation for the Ironman that I'm doing in September. And, when you're doing all that training, the biking, the swimming, the running, and I'm trying to keep up with my weight training, so I'm not missing a day. I'm working out hard every day. I think my Strava was something like some ridiculous amount in a row of days, like 180 days in a row, multiple workouts in a day. I'm not bragging, I'm just telling you what your boy's been going through, putting his body through. And plus, with all that training, I'm fucking hungry all the time, right? So I'm just like snacking and eating, and I'm trying to tighten this shit up to slim it down a little bit. And, I'm just shoveling calories in like crazy, and not good calories. For the most part, for 90% of the day, it's standard I'm doing, the standard 3 meals, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and it's all very nutrient dense foods in between, right? Ooh, somebody got pretzels? And, I can't just have one. So I'm using this 72-hour water fast as a way to reset my body, get my gut biome back in check. I was getting like acne. Not a lot, but just a couple here and there. And I'm like, I never even had acne in high school, which was awesome, by the way. But it just told me that I was putting too much garbage into the system. And so that garbage has got to find a way to come out. You know what I'm saying? So now, during the 72-hour fast, it's like a waterfall. I'm just like, that's all it's coming out. It's just all the garbage is coming out. What does your body go through during a 72-hour water fast? This is going to make it easier for me and easier for you. Just plug that into the Googler machine. Glycogen depletion happens in the first 24 hours. That fuel source, that glucose and glycogen, your body runs on glucose from recent meals. Once that runs out, around the 12 to 18 hour mark, it begins to break down glycogen stored in carbohydrates in the liver and your muscles. You may feel hungry. Yeah, the first day is like, fuck, bro, how am I going to get through this? And I remember that from the last time. But I knew from the last time, if I can just get through the first 24 hours, I can figure out ways to coast through the next 24 and so on. So anyways, you're going to feel hungry, lightheaded, irritable. You'd have to ask my wife if I was irritable. But got through it. And this is when the hunger hormone spikes. And I'm not going to pronounce this right. Ghrelin? I don't know. But anyways, insulin levels begin... Insulin, see, like I'm just already like, whoa. Some of you are going to be like, bro, eat something. You're dying. Well, I'll get there. Coffee helps. I'm a big fan of 3 shots of espresso over ice. Put a little bit of stevia in that. Just a little bit of stevia. Sometimes I like to put like a heavy cream. Fucking money, but I've been missing that. So I can't wait for tomorrow. I'm not going to have that tonight, obviously, but tomorrow's going to be fresh. So your insulin levels begin to drop. And that signals to your body to switch to fat burning. And like I said, the first 24 hours, I think I lost like 3 pounds, and that was basically water. And then this morning I hopped on the scale. I'm like, God damn, son. Feeling tight. I've got this shirt, this gingham, like long kind of button-up shirt that's just super comfortable, and I love just kind of wearing it around the house. I can't wear it out in public. It's got holes in the elbows. It's old as shit, right? But when your boy was much smaller, it was a nice fit, you know what I'm saying? I haven't been able to put the buttons together in a while, a little wider, you know what I mean? I put that shirt on this morning. Fit. Yeah, I'm excited. I should have had it on doing this in hindsight. That way I could be like, yo, I should have done a before and after, real shitty lighting, looking all hunched over in it or something. And then like tomorrow morning, put it on. Anyways, that's stupid. By the end of 24 hours, most of the glycogen is depleted, and then your body starts producing more ketones, right? That's the first 24 hours. It's all good shit. 24 to 48 hours, ketosis begins. With glycogen gone, your body starts... I can't read these words. It starts to break down fat for fuel, like more. Lipolysis. Yeah, anyways, Bets has got a book at home about fasting, and she's been kind of just helping me get through this, explaining what is happening to my body in these stages. And she knows how to say the words because she's a lot smarter than me. But anyways, we're breaking down more fat for fuel in this 24 to 48 hour period. The liver contains fatty acids, and they convert that into ketone bodies, which will fuel the brain and the muscles. That's good, right? And then autophagy, that's the cellular cleanup. And that when that begins, your body starts to break down damaged and insufficient cells and proteins for energy. Human growth hormone, HGH, for some of you jugheads out there, maybe you don't need a bunch of, you can fast for a little bit, and this is going to increase your human growth hormone levels, and they'll rise significantly, up to 5 times is what it says here on the internet in the Google search. It's got to be true, right? And that's preserving muscle mass and promoting repair, which I definitely needed, because the last few training sessions for me, it's not so much that I was sluggish or winded. My VO2 max is really solid, but it was just my muscles. I just felt super fatigued. And that was kind of one of the things, along with like my skin and just kind of feeling like, my body wasn't working to its fullest potential, that I needed to just reset. So that's what we're doing with the fast. And then hunger usually starts to fade within 36 to 48 hours because of that mark as the ketones suppress the appetite, which is 100% true. Like I said, I went through that phase in the first 24 hours, and I was just like, my body's used to it. It's like, hey, you forgot to eat when you normally eat, and you forgot to have that Two-Hearted and a handful of pretzels. What's up, dog? So that was kind of rough the first 24. But when I woke up, what is today? Wednesday? So I started this Sunday night. I stopped eating Monday. So Tuesday morning when I woke up, I was like, actually, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Just lived my normal routine. Got up first, made coffee. Betsy and I sat outside, drank some coffee, enjoyed the morning together. And, just put a day in. Figure out ways to, to not be enticed to eat. But really, honestly, even today, as I'm approaching the end of this, I'm not hungry. So, super interesting. Really interesting. Okay, and then the 48 to 72 hours, which is where I'm at. I got 5-ish hours to go before I can, 5 hours and 14 minutes before I can break my fast. And so where I'm at now is I'm primarily in ketones and fatty acids. That's the fuel source my body's taking. My ketone levels peak. My brain is now running mostly on ketones. Autophagy deepens. My body's recycling old cells and protein, potentially reducing inflammation and improving my immune function. That's pretty sick. And then the stem cell regeneration, when we talked about a little bit earlier, it begins to ramp up, especially in the gut and immune system. My mental clarity often improves for many people due to the steady ketone supply to the brain. I must not be getting enough ketones to the brain right now, but I think it's just because I'm ready. Mentally, I'm ready. Physically, I can go without eating. I'm going to be fine until 6 o'clock tonight. But mentally, I think it's starting to seep in a little bit. Metabolism slows slightly to conserve energy, and the thyroid hormone may decrease. And then it says some people may experience cold hands, feet, fatigue, or a fasting high. I really do believe that this morning I was going through a fasting high. My energy was up. I was pumped for the day. Bets was asking me, how you doing? How you feeling? I'm like, great. I feel great. I hadn't even had really any coffee yet, so I couldn't say that it was from caffeine. So I think I've spiked this morning, and I'm slowly starting. And I think a lot of it's mental, knowing that I'm this close to the finish line. It was kind of playing with me. Some additional physiological effects, electrolyte imbalance, and there is a risk, especially sodium, potassium, and magnesium can lead to dizziness, cramps, if not managed, but I've been doing pretty good with the electrolyte intake, and when I feel like I just need to taste something, I'll have some salt. I'll lick some salt from my hand. And boy, if you just said that during COVID, people would have lost their fucking mind. You didn't wash your hands first. But anyways, thank God that shit's over. Again, hydration is critical. You're losing a lot of fluids through urine and breath without food. Blood pressure can drop. Where my blood pressure is at? Yeah, right now it's kind of high. Actually, that's retarded. That's my heartbeat. I'm doing good. Let's see. Yeah, blood pressure drops, especially if you're lean or prone to low blood pressure. Important notes: a 72-hour fast can be beneficial when done safely, and it's not for everyone, especially if you are pregnant, breastfeeding, diabetic, underweight, or have a history of eating disorders and certain medical conditions. Yeah, so I'm not a doctor. Figure that out. Ease into and out of the fast. Don't binge right before or after. Break your fast gently with easily digestible food. Consider supplementing with electrolytes, salt, magnesium, potassium. Done. Doing all that. I do take a magnesium citrate drink every night. It helps kind of chill the mood, get me ready for bed. So I've continued that as well. And tonight's meal is going to be a little bit of yogurt, maybe a half a cup of blueberries. Thinking about having a couple eggs just to toss in a little extra protein, but it's going to be light. And then I think I can get right back into, having a little bit of protein in the morning on Friday morning, and then I'm out back at it. Big training weekend. So it's been good. But like I said, the waterfall of liquid falling out is it's something. So yeah, that's my 72-hour fast. We're getting there, folks. Anyhow, excuse me, I'm burping because I drink these carbonated drinks. It's helping quite a bit. It's helping me get through it. What else? So that was it. That was the gist of that.